Hello, and welcome to Elizabeth's World, episode 300. Sadly, I don't have a cape today, but I do have my favorite shirt with cape-like arms. Okay, so they swing all around, and they're super, super fun. It's sort of like a cape, but it's just the sleeves. I get asked a lot of questions about repertoire sequencing, probably because I have very strong feelings about it and I do talk about it frequently. My repertoire sequencing is like my baby, so I can't just email it out to the world, but I will answer any specific questions you have about it. So I'll put a little box at the end of this episode for any of your questions. So today I thought I would talk a little bit about Suzuki books 1 through 4, since I do get a lot of questions about those and about my favorite pieces in each one. So in book 1, of course, I love Twinkle. There's no getting around it. It's how I teach every major bow stroke or vibrato is starting with Twinkle. It's a fantastic building block. It's everything. Besides Twinkle, I like Long, Long Ago. It's my favorite. I love the way we're already using smooth bows. I'm already teaching push from the elbow. I'm teaching whole and half bows. They're already learning how to play at any part of the bow they want. Teaching slow and fast. It's a great combination. And I go back to Long, Long Ago all the time. In book 2, my favorite is Chorus. I love it. That's actually my favorite piece to go back to with vibrato, especially when they're learning different vibrato speeds. I also love Musette. Book 2 is my favorite. Musette's awesome for bow distribution and playing a little bit faster and learning about slow and fast bows. I love, I'm practically obsessed with the Long, Long Ago variation because we've got ba-da-ba-bum, relax hand. It's built in. I also love Waltz and Lully and Beethoven. So Waltz is a great one for really slow bows. Slow, fast. So we're talking about that push being at a different speed, which is really, really useful. I also sometimes use Waltz as kind of my first vibrato song, or I might introduce it on that piece, something like that. And Lully is just a fun, awesome piece to play, and I teach my first shifting there. I do the shift 1, 3, 2, 1 in the second part. I have before that been doing a few a little shifting exercise. And then the Beethoven's great because it kind of throws a whole bunch of new stuff at you and it shows you really what the child can do. In book 3, I love Martini Gavotte. I think it's my favorite. I use it all the way until they're for 2 years longer. I love the ya da soft soft da 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 soft soft. So it teaches getting to the frog. It teaches that hold of the frog, everything like that. So I love Martini. A lot of people think it's really annoying, but I love it. I also love the Bach Gavotte. It's my first chance to talk about emotion. We label parts like sad, happy, mad, or we do things or we name animals or colors or really anything the child's into. And then, of course, Humoresque is fantastic. And they can also do animals or shapes or colors or emotions in that one. In book 4, I teach number 1 and number 2, and then the Vivaldi. I skip number 3 because I just don't like it. Instead, I do other pieces instead. Number 3, but I do love Vivaldi number 1. That's kind of where everything comes together and you see your violinist for the first time. It's really exciting. One other note about Vivaldi A minor. I wish that all parents would record it or at least record a piano run through or something. I feel like they don't understand what a milestone it is. It's like your child has finished Vivaldi concerto. They're a violinist now. It's so, so exciting and it means so much. So I try to make a really big deal out of the Vivaldis. Okay, got a few questions for today. Pieces I like to listen to when I'm happy or sad. When I'm happy, Well, first of all, I don't listen to much music, as I've said before, because my whole life is music basically for like 13 hours a day. So I don't like go out and listen to it. But if I'm happy and I really want to listen to something, it's usually Glazunov Violin Concerto, which I just find the most inner joy, or Beethoven Violin Concerto, or anything Mozart will just like, oh my gosh. And then a piece I listen to when I'm sad, if I need to, is like when they canceled the Nutcracker this year. I know I'm not supposed to talk about it, but New York City Ballet. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. I listen to Beethoven 7 Movement 2 a lot. Have I ever punched a police officer? What an odd question. No, I haven't. I would not do that. But I have impersonated a police officer at least on 2 occasions that I can remember. And one of them, I was just moving orange cones because I wanted to park somewhere, but they put orange cones. And I was like, I'm parking there. So I got out of my car and I moved the orange cones and then I parked there. And then someone was like, you can't move the orange cones. And I was like, I'm a police. And they were like, oh, so I just parked there and it was fine. So I guess that's a life lesson to everyone out there. Move any orange cones you want. You can interpret that literally or metaphorically. And then another time when I was trying to park at MSM, there was like no parking because of a stupid bike race or something happening on Riverside Drive. And so I tried to park somewhere illegal and then a police stopped me. And then I was like, I'm undercover. And he was like, okay, I'll watch your car for you while you go in. What do I do when I'm alone? Well, this happens about once a month for 10 minutes. So I sit on the floor and I stare. It looks sort of like this. Quote of the day is from Descartes. It is not good enough to have a good mind. The main thing is to use it well.